guys, Tracy here with one last layout using the Scraptastic Rock Lobster kit and add-on, and I also have bits and pieces left from the Out on the Town add-on. I have two potential photos to use here. One is not a great photo. The other one I'm actually not going to use, the one with my feet in it. I'm just going to look through the papers here, and I've put my kits together at this point because they are all down to the scraps. And so that chevron paper is from Fancy Pants, and the arrow paper is from Fancy Pants, and the cream cardstock that I'm using as a background is from Basil, and all of these things came in the kit. I have a couple of scraps, including that diagonal stripe that's down at the bottom there is from crepe paper, as is the cut-off manufacturer's strip is also from crepe paper. I had to go into my scraps to get another piece of that diagonal striped crepe paper. And then those hearts up at the top in the strip are from Heidi Swap Serendipity, and they came in the Rock Lobster kit. So I'm going to glue these down. I use a piece of scrap paper just so I don't get that messy glue. It's not that messy, but if I get it off of the strip of paper, it ends up making my work surface really sticky. So I'm going to glue those on a little bit haphazardly, and then I'm stapling them. That one is wide enough because it's the manufacturer's strip. That one's wide enough to run my ATG down, but this little piece of crepe paper strip is not. So I used my two-way zig glue pen. Had to refill my tiny attacher. So there's the base, and I did not outline. I didn't realize I was going to outline anything, so I didn't outline those strips, but I am going to end up outlining them. And here I got a little bit of adhesive from that two-way glue pen was on my hand, and then I got it on the picture. So I had to print up a new copy of that picture, and I just put it right over top of the old one. I think that happened off camera. So also off camera, I forgot to press record at one point, and I did outline those papers in the bold end of my Zig writer pen. So I am putting the Make a Splash die cut into the layers of strips down at the bottom, and I'm layering together those pieces of pattern paper. The arrows and chevron are from Fancy Pants. The thing I'm outlining right now is a piece of crepe paper from the pier, and then that's the manufacturer's cut-off strip from it. There's another piece of the pier, and then the hearts are Heidi Swap Serendipity. And the pier and Serendipity all came in the Rock Lobster kit. Those two bingo cards that are layered with one another, one says hello and the other one is yellow, those are from Simple Stories, and they came in the Rock Lobster kit. This camera that I'm using right now was on a journaling card in the Simple Stories I Heart Summer collection that came in the Rock Lobster kit. I had cut it apart for another layout and then I didn't use it, so I'm using it here. I had taken a bunch of stickers that fit with the colors I was using and put them all on a piece of wax paper, and now you see me playing around with figuring out where I'm going to put them. Decided to put the surfboards up in the top. And these are a combination of crepe paper stickers from the Pier collection, and some of them are from the Simple Stories I Heart Summer collection. Just finding a place for all of those stickers to live on this layout, and now I'm going to I want to put a title down here, but I don't want the title to compete with the busy arrow paper, so I'm going to cover up some of the arrow paper with a few elements, including this piece of vellum from Ellie's Studio, and I decided to go with the one that didn't have a word because I'm going to use it as a layering piece and I don't want part of the word sticking out. So I'm going to layer that flare badge on top. I'm just playing around with which flare badge I want to use, and I go with the You Are My Sunshine one. Those are Ormolu flare that came in the kit. I think every single thing on this layout came in the kit. I'm using my Lumocolor Slick Writer Slick Surface marker here, and I'm just going to layer these two label stickers from the crepe paper, the Pier collection, and I'm going to put them right below that vellum chevron that I cut apart from Ellie's studio. And now I'm going to put this border, and basically I want to add a dark element to this for a couple of reasons. I want to ground the bottom part of the layout, and also at this point I'm thinking I might use some chalkboard tape for journaling, but I ended up not doing that. But also I have outlined everything in a thick bold marker, so I just want to add some more dark to balance off the bold marker that I used for the outlining. That dark colored Brad from the I Heart Summer collection is also going to help to balance that off. I'm thinking about using a stamp on this one, but I'm not going to. And then I was going to go with those sunglasses, and then decided that I liked it better without them. Was going to use the lawn chair, but put it back. And then I went with an arrow from the I Heart Summer collection. So I'm going to cut off those surfboards, and I'm actually hanging on to the other ends of them because I might be able to use them for something else. I'm going to tuck that other chevron in there just because it kind of adds a little something to those layers over there. Putting that Brad in place just off center from the camera. I also added a red heart sticker to the center of that camera. And yes, here I was going to use one of those stamps, and I'm going to stamp it on the vellum, but I'm actually not going to end up using it because I didn't like how it turned out. If I had another color of StazOn ink that I could have stamped that sentiment in, I would have liked it a lot better. It was just too much black was going on at this point, so I decided to take that one out. Now I'm going to use these sketchbook thickers, and I'm just putting cool and pool because I knew I wanted to do something like keeping cool in the pool, which is what my title ended up being. And yeah, I kept forgetting to press play when I came back. I was doing this in the daytime and I had to keep going and doing other things. And so it's a little jumpy compared to some of my other videos, but hopefully you'll bear with me. So those are Jenny Bolin Skinny Alphas. They also came in the kit. I don't think there's a single thing on this that is not from the kit. So now I'm thinking about what I'm going to use for in the part of the title. And so I went with the sticky keys from October Afternoon. Haven't used them before, as you can tell. The sheet is completely new. Gonna layer those circles all together, and I'm actually gonna peel up that L and tuck the word the in underneath the L. And hopefully I'll be back in a second to do that. I thought about changing the letters out for those smaller Jenny Bolin ones, but then I thought it would be too small, and I didn't want them to really get lost. So here are the close-ups. I'm actually going to show you these close-ups, and then I'm going to go back and add a little bit more. I really love the Make a Splash die cut, and I love that little polka dot bikini. It's so cute. So I thought that the layout was looking a little bit too plain, so I decided to add some navy blue splatter, which it's such a dark navy blue that it really looks kind of black. But I used Navy by Mr. Huey's, and here I am just kind of trying to decide what color I'm going to use, and I ended up going with the navy, as I mentioned. And I really like how the splatters turned out. But like I said, they're a little darker than what I was expecting them to be. They're not that dark on my sample page. When I show you these close-ups, the ink is going to still be quite wet and bubbly, but it dries fine. Yeah, it's kind of standing up there. It's got quite a bit of dimension to the paint splats, and that's just because there's bubbles in it because I shook it, and they still dry flat. So there are the close-ups. I'm going to follow this up with some pictures of this layout. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. This is probably going to be the last one I do with Rock Lobster. I am anxiously awaiting my Classy Girls kit, and I can't wait. So everybody have a great weekend, and if you get a chance, head on over to the Scraptastic Kit Club website. I'll have the link in the information bar, and that they're having a weekend crop to celebrate our 3rd anniversary. So head on over and take a look at all of the things, the games and the challenges, and the prizes are awesome. So take care and have a great weekend.